Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. We are already inside a match, guys, and I am here with Ta, who just started a YouTube channel. I will link it in the show notes below for you guys. Welcome to the video, guys. How are you all doing? Sorry for not uploading yesterday on the 4th of July, a holiday here. Decided to spend some time with my son. Took him to see the fireworks. How you guys doing? How you guys been? I miss you guys. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like 3 days, which is the case. Anyway, Ta is on the channel. This is a very self-serving video today, guys, because you know me. I'm stuck on Graveyard all year. We're more than halfway through the year, so that's good news. I'm not getting sick of it, though. I'm not getting sick of playing the same archetype or the same win condition the entire year, and this is the first year I can truly say that. We have a stalemate here, so good time to ramble about my play style lately. I really love this particular Graveyard deck that I'm showing you, and I wanted to learn from one of the best in the world to help inform my game, to help my game get a little bit better. By the way, I do want to give you guys a full update as well on where I am with Splash Yard so far this year. I want to compare my win rates season by season and kind of talk about where we are right now, what I learned now that maybe I didn't know 7 months ago. I will have that coming later on this week. I was just going to say, let me just cut here until someone makes a play, and he played Bomber at the very same time. So here we go against the opponent, Elander. Bowler starting out for them. Could be a Graveyard versus Graveyard. And the poison comes down as well against our Graveyard. So 26, 25, 24 seconds remaining here in single elixir time. Nothing really much going on early on in this contest. Of course, as a Graveyard user, it generally behooves you to go ahead and be the second, or excuse me, to be passive, the second player to make it a move, right, in a match, if you can show the restraint. Me personally, I don't know. Maybe I just talked myself into it. Like after maybe about 40 seconds, I start to have this inner dialogue. I don't know if any of you guys have had this same dialogue as I did, but it's just like, dude, you're not a pro player. Like, who cares, man? Just make a freaking play. You're here to play a video game, not stare at the screen with a time clock ticking down. So I always talk myself into making a first play, no matter what deck I'm playing. I can never wait out the entire double elixir time, so I feel like I'm just wasting my time, which is probably an issue of mine, nothing to do with the game or the play style or whatever. Anyway, guys, here we go. Excuse me. Get choked up when I'm talking about my inefficiency as a player. So, nice Tesla block by the opponent. They do come down with Graveyard as well. We have the little fella, the Bomber, down. And a pretty successful defense here. And we have a few surviving units. We immediately go in with the Baby D in that Graveyard. Poison comes down again from the opponent. We go with the freeze. So, of course, it is a Graveyard freeze deck, as you guys are now aware. 1 second remaining on the clock. That first freeze, sometimes that's all you need, just one freeze. And freeze is definitely meta right now. Seeing a bunch of Hog freeze decks, seeing a bunch of Graveyard freeze decks inside the meta. Heck, even seeing a little bit of Balloon freeze still out there. Here we go, another surviving Baby Dragon. That means another Graveyard down and another poison. We go in with that freeze, causing the opponent to go ahead and have to NATO that Baby D back. The Bomber and Baby D combo, forcing out nice Wizard from the opponent as well. Very, very nice job there. We go with a Golden Knight in the back. What level is your Golden Knights, guys? That's the only thing about this deck for me, is my dude, my Golden Knight, he's still level 12. Golly. I need to work on that, man. All right, here comes another Graveyard, and, you guessed it, another poison from the opponent. So he has enough time for, I think, 3 live battles, and I have an awesome replay against elsiop that I'm going to show you guys against the Hog deck. So the opponent does pull off the King Tower activation vis-a-vis the Tornado against the Baby D. Here we go. Graveyard again coming down. They go in with a Bowler. This time they don't use the poison. We do use the freeze against the Ice Wizard, the King Tower, and the Princess Tower. That was a pretty aggressive freeze. We go in with the Inferno Tower. Tesla then set up again by the opponent to help snipe. They're just stacking up that bridge, and we respawn right there at the bridge as well. We go with the little fella, the Bomber in the back. Poison comes down as well from the opponent, but our Bomber is just outside that poison, thankfully. Barbarrel comes down as well, helping to clean up that Graveyard. The opponent able to make a little bit of ground here. They come all the way back with another Graveyard. A freeze comes down. We go in with a Golden Knight in the mirror. Got to be careful of that Bowler now on our tower. Oh boy, this is going to be close, guys. Only 10 and 9 seconds left in this match. 8, make it 7. Freeze comes down, though. Graveyard comes down for the opponent. 2. 1, and we win versus the opponent on the draw. All right, guys, well done, GG's. That's the first victory. Let's go into the next match, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go inside the next one here against this guy. All right, so we start out with skeletons. We start out by just chilling, seeing what he's going to do here. Obviously, with a graveyard deck, you want to, like I was saying in the first match, you want to be kind of passive, guys. And then, well, be very passive, especially if you're not normally a graveyard player trying to pick up this deck or any graveyard deck for the first time. My biggest advice is just try to force yourself to show a little discipline inside the match. So here we go again. Golden Knight comes down. Dark Prince charges into him. No big deal there. Gonna go ahead and deal with the Hunter. We Baby D cycle in the back. Just keep cycling cards here. He's going with the Royal Giant. That's the handy thing about having the Inferno Tower in this deck. Royal Giant deck's not as much of a nuisance there, right? And even against Lightning decks, even with the Inferno Tower, we're still better equipped than, say, a Tombstone or something like that in a deck like this. And a lot of times you can get around, unless you're going against a really, really good Royal Giant player, you can usually get around that Royal Giant or Electro Giant for that matter as well with the Inferno Tower. All right, especially spacing is obviously going to be key here as well. So, okay, we go in with the Golden Knight the last second there. I thought we might take some damage. We do not. Go with the counterattack, Baby Dragon. Golden Knight's going to go ahead and finish off that Fisherman. A couple fiery breaths from the Baby D as well. Hunter is played. And we go ahead and utilize the Barbarian, the Golden Knight ability, sorry. And Fire Spirit comes down. Nice bar barrel there. Everything's dead and no damage onto the right-hand tower. So holding on to an ever so slightly damage advantage here. 5 seconds remaining in single elixir time. Let's go into double elixir and let's see what the opponent Ardentaus has in store for us. It's quite an interesting version of the Royal Giant with the Dark Prince. Dark Prince suddenly everywhere inside the game right now. Certainly one of the better cards out there. We go again with that defensive stalwart in the Golden Knight. Graveyard comes down. Fisherman's going to pull that Golden Knight in. But Golden Knight is going to finish off the Fisherman. Is he going to? No, he's not going to be able to finish off that Hunter. So not much damage in for that graveyard push, but we do have the little fella, the Bomber in hand, Baby D in hand as well. We go with the Inferno Tower. So Inferno Tower is going to take care of the Dark Prince. Fireball's going to come down. Now we're going to have an unchecked Royal Giant here at the bridge. We're just going to go ahead and DPS down. Then we use our NATO trying to avoid surely at least 2 more hits from that Royal Giant. So nicely done there. Do take a little bit of damage, but I think we're still looking pretty good here. 5 seconds remaining. We're going to get a Baby D hit on that left-hand tower. Another Baby Dragon cycled here with the Bomber in the back, left-hand side. Meanwhile, Royal Giant cycled by the opponent in the right. We go with the Inferno Tower. Let's see if we go with a Graveyard here or what. Nope, we don't. We go with Golden Knight in the back instead. I like this. It's a chess match here, ladies and gentlemen, here in Sudden Death Overtime. And we're waiting to see we want the opponent to make the first move. Now, we do have NATO and another Inferno Tower in hand right now, able to cycle back to another one, but we decide to go in here instead in the left-hand lane, trying to catch the opponent without enough elixir left to appropriately defend this push. We use our first freeze of the entire match, and as we were saying earlier, we really, really want that first freeze to absolutely count in this deck, right? That's a surprise factor. Once you use it once, it's gone. Of course, some savvy players are going to know you're running a freeze deck out the gate, but most players, you'd be surprised, are not going to know, especially depending on where you're playing, but especially mid-ladder. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a Fisherman coming down again. It's going to pull that Golden Knight away. We freeze, and we say, yeah, forget about that. We go Bar Barrel to distract the Dark Prince. We go with another Inferno Dragon, or make it a tower there, Ash, in the left-hand lane. Here comes a Bar Barrel. Fisherman comes down. We freeze on defense yet again there. Nice utility from that freeze spell on the defensive end. You love to see it. Another big fella, the Royal Giant in the left-hand lane. Here we go. Another match that is probably going to go the distance here, guys. Here it comes. We take care of everybody. Nice placement there. Can we keep the Bomber alive? We can. Graveyard comes down. Here comes a Royal Giant in the right-hand lane. We go with the Inferno Tower on defense. Baby D is going to get to the tower. Freeze. Not to the tower, but the freeze comes down. Freeze is doing work. All those skeletons, I should say, are doing the work. And I think that last push is going to give us another victory on another draw here, guys. Let's see. NATO is in hand. Bomber's putting in some work there. We freeze again defensively. Golden Knight going ham on everything the opponent can drop down. In 1 second remaining, that's going to be another victory on the tiebreaker. Okay, guys, 2 tiebreaker victories. Let's see if we can make it 3 in a row. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, here we go. 8,300 trophies nearing in against Anime. Oh, my bad. Amine. There we go. My bad. All right, here we go, guys. So another stalemate to start things out here. What deck are you guys running lately? Okay, bridge spam. I want to see this one. I personally have difficulty against a lot of bridge spam decks when I'm playing Splash Yard. So I want to see how he handles this matchup. Of course, I don't usually run the Inferno Tower version, so I'm sure that will help a little bit here, but let's see what we can do. Pekka in the back by the opponent. We go with the Golden Knight, same lane. Let's see if we can get away with the Inferno Tower here on defense. He has E-Wiz in hand as well, you got to assume, the opponent. So we go with the Baby Dragon. And we go with the defensive Graveyard. I like that move. He goes in with the... Okay. Looks like we're just going to have to probably Bar Barrel on the left there, guys. Yep. Nice job on the Bar Barrel mitigating damage, and the defensive Graveyard did work too. That was unfortunate there at the start, but that's what happens when you're going against bridge spam, right? That was a nice heads-up battle ram by the opponent, able to connect for some decent damage on the left-hand tower. Let's see if we can get the King Tower activation here. We do. So we pick up the activation off the Bandit. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, when they start building, especially in Double Elixir time, when they start building those P.E.K.K.A pushes in the back, it can be challenging, especially if they have the poison version of P.E.K.K.A bridge spam, right? They have a lot of responses to Graveyard. They have a lot of responses to anything we're going to use to tank for our Graveyard. But that's where Freeze can definitely win us a match or two here as well. It's just not that easy because, again, even against Freeze, they do have the E-Wiz enter the arena ability and the Zap in their deck as well. Not to mention their big spell. All right, so here we go. Speaking of big spells, we get Magic Archer down from the opponent. No big spell coming down. I stand corrected. We go with the Freeze. I like this move. Maybe not. Trying to kill that P.E.K.K.A with all the leftover Larrys, thanks to the Freeze, but we go in with the Inferno Tower. Let's see what we can do here. We go with the Bomber right there on the Battle Ram. We NATO everybody else up away from that tower. A Magic Archer is going to through connect there in the right-hand lane. Nice defense, though, in the left. Things could have been much, much worse there. Nice activation on the Golden Knight. Cleans up nicely. Magic Archer in the Bandit. 23, 22, 21 seconds remaining here in the contest. We get an E-Wiz cycled in the back. We go with Baby D in the back left as well. Royal Ghost by the opponent in the back right. Here we go, guys. 10 seconds remaining in the contest. Fireball comes down. Now that is Fireball value from the opponent. Still able to put in work, though, the Inferno Tower, that is, on the defensive end. And we go with that Golden Knight again. Man, Golden Knight is so clutch on both ends of the arena here. All right, here we go with the Graveyard. We go with the Baby Dragon as well. Tough with that Magic Archer in his perch there in the back. We go Bomber in back. No Freeze that time, guys. We can't afford to. We need to defend against this big push. We go with the Inferno Tower. That's going to take care of the Battle Ram. And right before it connects, we block the HP of the Inferno Tower. We NATO as well. Pull that P.E.K.K.A back. Inferno Tower, even despite that Fireball, able to do enough damage to the P.E.K.K.A. Nice Bomber to pull that Royal Ghost in. Nice Zap by the opponent is going to get... Oh, Inferno Tower comes down on our side just in the nick of time there. I thought that Royal Ghost might approach that tower. Here we go, guys. 12, 11 seconds before we get to triple elixir time. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. So, of course, they're playing the Fireball version, as we see here, which has become a little bit more in vogue for P.E.K.K.A bridge spam. Over Poison, which is a good thing for the deck. However, let's see if we can stop it. Another Inferno Tower is in hand. Another big push for the opponent. We go with the little fella, the Bomber down. Oh boy. Relentless pressure from the opponent. We go with, again, a defensive Graveyard. And then the Golden Knight. Got to be careful here. We do have a NATO in hand. We Bar Barrel as well. That Barbarian, those Barbarians from the Battle Ram get perilously close to our tower there, but we're able to shut it down, prevent a lot of through damage from the Magic Archer as well. Here we go, attacking with the Bar Barrel, Baby D, tanking for the Graveyard left-hand lane. We do go ahead and execute that Freeze. We don't get anybody to the tower. Zap comes down from the opponent as well. NATO comes down. We are able to get some nice chip on that left-hand tower. And a Baby D hit on that left-hand tower. Here we go, 10 seconds remaining, guys. We go with the Naked Graveyard. We need some good RNG here, guys. Come on, let's do it. 5, 4. Freeze comes down. 3, 2. Zap comes down. NATO comes down. 1, 1378. Oh, 1261. Oh, 3 draws in a row. This time, the opponent gets the better of us ever so slightly. Let's go into that replay, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go against elsiop. So we are at the bottom of the screen, obviously. elsiop at the top. He's playing that deck, man. The Archer Queen Mirror Hog Rider deck. He gives the good luck. Nice to see an old school player like elsiop still going strong inside the game. Definitely one of the OGs out there, right? One of the better players still today in the world. All right, we go with the Bomber and the Golden Knight. Goes with the Valkyrie right there at the bridge, taking care of our Bomber and the Golden Knight. But Golden Knight's so good, DPS is so strong, that he's still able to pretty much finish off that Valkyrie, put it in tower range at least. Here we go. It's going to be that Queen from elsiop. He goes ahead and he activates the ability, but we freeze. All right, we go in there with the freeze and the bar barrel, man. Trying everything to stop that Queen. We don't get it, but I think we'll be okay here. We go with the Golden Knight just at the nick of time there. Nice log by the opponent, but we still get a lot of damage from the Golden Knight. Is Valkyrie going to get a swing? No, she's not. Nice Bomber at the very last second there to pull her back away from the tower. So the tower will finish off that Bomber. So ever slight damage advantage here for elsiop here, about 1 minute 15 seconds into the contest. He has the Hog Rider selected. Let's see, we have plenty of weapons for a Hog Rider. You can go with the activation. Pay attention to the spot. You want to avoid all hits from the Hog Rider whenever you're activating or pulling him to the tower. It's going to be really important that you have that timing correct. Now, no big deal here. We do have the Inferno Tower in hand at the ready for that mirrored Hog Rider. So 2 Hog Riders down, we use a NATO, we use an Inferno Tower, 8 Elixir by my math, 9 Elixir from elsiop with the mirror. We go in with the Baby Dragon in the back. Queen mirroring the play. And we go Bar Barrel, not unwilling to take any extra chip damage in the left-hand lane. So elsiop sets up a dual lane push here. We have Hog Rider number 1 coming in the right. Hog Rider number 2 probably going to be coming in the left here. Let's see if he mirrors it. No, he has that log selected. And he does go with the log and activates the Queen Royal Cloak ability. We go with Baby Dragon. We do have Bar Barrel in hand for that Fire Spirit. We go ahead and use it there as well. 39, 38, 37 seconds remaining in the contest. Here we go with the Bomber in the left-hand lane. And elsiop's going to take that rocket on the little fella, the Bomber. And here we go with the Golden Knight again against that, that Valkyrie. Cannon comes down. We go with a Naked Graveyard. We have freeze in hand. We don't have it. Okay, we do have it selected. My bad. And not much damage to show for it, but can we kill this Queen? We can't, but a Bar Barrel will. We don't have it in hand. It's besides the point. We use Bomber instead. Nicely done. And he goes with the Naked Rocket again on the right-hand tower. Here we go with the Mirrored Rocket coming down, taking away our tank. Do we freeze? Yes, we do. Log is in hand by elsiop. Nice job with the log there. Nice defense by elsiop, but great heads up. Quick Graveyard recognizing, again, always trying to cash in after the opponent cycles a rocket on your tower, and we did that. All right, here we go. Again, going into that Queen. We go with the Graveyard. We go with the Bar Barrel, trying to take that cannon down, excuse me. We go with the freeze as well. We have NATO in hand. We're going to be able to pull that hog to the tower, and we get even more damage on their right-hand tower, although that damage is coming in little tiny bits and pieces, right? We do get the Golden Knight to connect again. Another rocket cycled here from elsiop onto our tower. So again, inching him closer in the damage battle here as we approach triple elixir time. Here we go. It's going to be a defensive cannon now. We go right in, recognizing we do have freeze in hand, and we're about ready to go. Freeze going to come down, I think. There it is. Nice freeze, nice freeze. Log comes down. Inferno Tower puts in value there, takes care of that Hog Rider. We NATO the Valkyrie back, and that's going to be GG's. We can, well, as long as we can stop this one, right, guys? It's going to be bridge spam. We stop it with the gold. Who else? The Golden Knight and his ability. We have Inferno Tower. We're just focusing on defense, trying to play things smart here, guys. Guys, make sure you check out Ta's YouTube channel. It's Player Stats and Profiling, StatsRoyale.com. Freeze comes down, that's going to be GG. Thank you guys for watching all the way till the end. Big shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. And as always, take care, guys.